At Thanksgiving, my sister discovered I had $12 million and my family demanded I give it to her, claiming she deserved it more. I was sitting at my parents' dining table carving the turkey when my sister Nicole brought up my car. "Hey, isn't that the same beat-up Honda you've been driving since college?" I nodded and kept carving. She laughed and said something about how I never upgrade anything. My mom chimed in saying I should treat myself more since I work so hard. I just smiled and changed the subject to the football game. Here's what my family didn't know. 3 years ago, I sold a software program I'd been building in my spare time to a tech company for $12 million. After taxes, I walked away with about $8 million. I didn't tell anyone. Not my parents, not my sister, nobody. I kept my same apartment, same car, same clothes. I still worked my regular job as a database administrator making $75K a year. The money was sitting in investment accounts, growing quietly while I figured out what to do with it. The only reason it came up at Thanksgiving was because my sister's husband Derek was scrolling through his phone at the table. He suddenly looked up and said, "Dude, is this you?" He turned his phone around showing a tech industry article. The headline read, "Local developer sells app to Megacorp for undisclosed 8-figure sum." There was my photo from the press release I'd been forced to do. The room went completely silent. My dad asked if it was true. I nodded and said, "Yeah, but it's not that big of a deal." My mom's fork clattered onto her plate. She asked how much. I told them it was private, but Derek already found another article that mentioned the 12 million figure. Nicole's face went from shock to something I'd never seen before. Pure anger mixed with entitlement. She stood up and said, "$12 million and you didn't tell us? We're your family." My dad looked hurt but stayed quiet. My mom started asking why I kept it secret if I didn't trust them. I tried explaining that I just wanted time to process it, to not let money change things. Nicole wasn't hearing it. She started listing everything she needed. Her mortgage was underwater. Her kids needed braces. Derek's business was struggling. She said I could fix all of it with just a fraction of what I had. My mom actually agreed, saying family helps family. That's when Nicole said the thing that made me lose it. "You've always been selfish, but this is insane. I deserve that money more than you. You don't even have kids. You're not doing anything with it. I'm struggling every day while you're sitting on millions pretending to be poor." I asked her what she meant by deserved it more. She said she had responsibilities, a family to feed, a life that actually mattered. Meanwhile, I was just some lonely programmer who spent his money on nothing. Derek jumped in saying it wasn't fair that I had all that money while they were drowning in debt. My dad finally spoke up and told everyone to calm down. But my mom said maybe Nicole had a point, that I should at least help with the mortgage. I put my fork down and looked at Nicole. Asked her if she remembered 10 years ago when she needed money for her wedding. I gave her $8,000, my entire savings at the time. She nodded but said that was different. I asked how. She couldn't answer. I brought up when Derek's business needed startup capital 5 years ago. I loaned them $15,000. They'd paid back maybe $2,000. Nicole said they were going to pay the rest eventually. I then mentioned how I'd been helping with my parents' property taxes for the last 3 years. Nobody knew because I just sent them money anonymously through their bank. My mom's eyes widened. "That was you?" I told them I'd been helping this whole time, quietly, without making a big deal about it. But apparently, that wasn't enough. Because I didn't hand over millions, I was selfish. Nicole started backtracking, saying she didn't mean it like that, but I was done. I stood up, grabbed my coat, and told them I needed to leave. My mom tried to stop me, but I'd already made up my mind. As I walked to my car, I could hear them arguing inside. Nicole was crying, Derek was yelling about opportunities, my dad was telling everyone to shut up. I drove home, blocked Nicole's number, and spent the rest of the weekend thinking about what family actually means. Monday morning, I contacted a financial advisor and set up a trust fund for my parents' healthcare and retirement. They'd be taken care of, but the money would come through a third party, so there'd be no drama. As for Nicole, she sent me 47 text messages over the next week that I never read. My mom called asking me to reconsider, saying Nicole was just stressed. But I'd learned something important that Thanksgiving. Money doesn't change people. It just shows you who they really were all along.